We're live again for hand lettering, and we have our wonderful guest. I'm Ari, first of all, and this is Anna, and we were live yesterday.
Yes.
How many of you saw us yesterday? Let us know in the chat. And how many of you are new today? Say hello, say where you're from. We're here in San Francisco. You live in LA,
Yeah.
right? From Barcelona.
From Barcelona.
So if you're from any of these places, that would be awesome. Let us know. And anywhere else you're from would also be awesome.
William is saying hello.
Hi, William. Hi, Felipe. Tim is here. Aga is here. We have another Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan, Eric. So we have a lot of people from previous streams, some of our friends, and let us know if you're new, if we've never met you before. We'd love to meet you. So yesterday we worked on some modular lettering in Illustrator.
Yes.
That was really cool. A lot of you had your minds blown by what Anna did in a very short amount of time. And today we'll do something new. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see, we have so many more people joining. Hi, Joanna from Peru. Hi, David, Tamires. And here you'll see how you can keep up with us. So we had the daily challenge earlier. Now we're live with Anna, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. We have Ryan Hamrick and Kathleen. 12 o'clock, Mark Caneso and Renee. And our last but not least, Cindy Ethel at the end of the day. So there's so much for you to keep up with. Make sure you stay tuned. There's also prizes to win, challenges to enter. So it's a lot. Let me show you guys, first of all, who won yesterday's challenge. I'm sure everybody wants to know. I have it here on my screen. It's Scott Smoker, and this was his piece. This looks really great.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I love the texture. The letter forms are really well done, well resolved, good, harmony between them. And
It's like very well set. Everything has the same slant, so you can see that the watermark is well crafted. I like it very much.
So great job, Scott.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see what everyone does today. We have a new challenge, so make sure when you're in the chat, you go to the challenge tab here on Behance and see the details and enter to be one of our winners. So every day we pick one person to win Creative Cloud. Yesterday was Scott, today it could be you. So please enter. We can't wait to see it. And we'll be looking at these entries throughout our stream and throughout the next streams. So if you want Anna and I to see it, then enter something in the next hour. And if you enter something after that, then the next streamers will see it. So Anna posted, I'll keep here on my screen, her what she's going to do today.
Yes,
make
today,
this bigger.
Today we get dimensional. So all these pieces are made in Illustrator.
Okay.
Sometimes I use a little bit of Photoshop, but it's just to add maybe a little bit of contrast, or if I have to mask to things, because I like Photoshop masks better. But this is all vector, and it's super fun.
Are these,
Yes.
is this okay?
This is on.
On. Oh, I see. Ooh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Wow.
So the first one that I did for this, and it's how concept brings form. The yellow tea I made for TypeEd, which is a typography school in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they do normal typography, calligraphy, the basics, also lettering. And I wanted to do something that showed typography, but also all the different things that they do.
Yeah.
So that's why I created a T with many stars.
That's
so each
really
one of the
cool.
stars represents...
Oh, these are stars.
Yes.
Okay, I
So
see.
we can start doing something like this,
here.
and then maybe we can do one of the folding ones or the look one, which looks as if it was something that turns. So
Ooh, okay, great. And, we're here for the chat. So if you guys have any suggestions of something you'd like to see, feel free to let us know. And, of course, say hi. We have some more people saying hi. Hi, Scott. Congratulations. You're in the chat. And you won yesterday. Hi, Khaled. Good to see you again. We have Robzilla here. We have Lindsay, Paul. Paul says he's learning a lot.
Yeah.
So that's great. Okay. So should we start?
Yeah, let's get started. So,
Okay, let's go.
should we? Okay,
Blank canvas.
That was a T. Maybe we can work with the Adobe IA. What do you guys think? Or maybe an S. First of all, we are going to create the group of stars with which we're going to create this letter.
Okay.
Let me know which letter you guys
Yes,
want.
okay. Chat, get active and let us know which letter should we do. We're creating it using stars that kind of like fold around each other and
Yes.
create a letter.
They're like
So
noodles.
let's hear it.
Okay, so for this, we are gonna need the stars to have gradients. So I'm opening my gradients here. Okay.
Okay, the letters are starting. Z, A, Q, B, W, Z,
All
R,
the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
let's do an A because we can make it very organic and it's gonna cross over. So we'll have a little bit of in and out, which is
Okay, I guess Anna decided. Well, since our names are Ari and Anna,
good. Yeah, I think that that's
Okay.
a good choice.
it's not random. It's a good choice. And A for Adobe. Okay, you're right.
So what colors? Let's make blue. Right now, what I'm doing with this reverse is
Okay.
I'm creating. So on the T that we showed,
Yeah.
you could see how they like some of the areas seem that they are like in darkness, and some of them have more light. That's
Okay.
why I'm creating this star with a gradient with like a light and like a darker color there. Okay, maybe like this. Oops, Photoshop. And then I'm gonna save this color here so I have it for later.
By the way, Tom Sherrill said, "Thank you so much. It's amazing work," and he loves watching.
Oh, thank
Something like that. That I missed it before all the letters came in.
you. Okay.
Thanks, Tom, for joining. Now people are suggesting A because we said A.
Yeah.
Thank you for just going along with what we said.
Yeah.
We didn't actually listen to anything.
Okay, we're gonna have also some black stars because they give like good contrast. Come on.
Blend tool, says Simone.
Yeah, blend tool is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an organic process. You put your stars, and then, okay, we're gonna
Why
start
did you
with
start
this.
with stars?
Because that T has stars, so I wanted to do something like that.
Okay.
On
So the inspiration was a T that Anna created for Type Ed, and it was made up of stars that we showed earlier. And it's on her Instagram. So if you go on her Instagram account, which is Anenocena,
Yes.
ANENOCENA, that's all it is, then you can see this work that she's talking about. Xander says, "This is my first time on Behance and I'm a student graphic designer, 15 years old. Want to make a career out of this. Do you have any tips?"
Just look and check things that you like and practice, practice, practice. Graphic design is one of these things that, I mean, like a lot of things, the more you do, the better you get, and it's always fun. So, yeah, just practice. Okay,
It's always fun. That's
yes.
good to know from an experienced graphic designer.
I'm gonna make them, like I put them close to each other like this
Okay.
because when it's too, if they are too separated, then they do weird things. Okay, so we have this group of stars. And now we're gonna draw an A. Okay.
Okay, so we'll go straight to the pen tool to draw an A as our skeleton.
Yes.
Ashi says, "Get inspired." Yes. Yes, you've come to the right place, Xander. And even you have so many experienced people in the chat, too. Not only the guests that come on the stream, but the chat is a great resource for bouncing questions off other people or getting knowledge. And always come in here and ask questions. We love that. Khalid says, "We need more Anna from now on."
Yay.
Okay, so look at this. Straight in with the pen tool.
So we have these, and now
Very
it's
impressive.
It just the structure, so just make it look, it's important that the base is good, but when we put the stars on it, we'll have to adjust. Okay, so we do this.
Okay, wow.
Now, I don't know if this is how this works, but that's how, by practicing, I thought that it could work. This A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So I'm gonna repeat these 6 times. So from point to point. So we have this group, because I'm gonna blend this, and I think this is a good way of distributing.
Okay, so you'll make 7 copies of the stars.
Yes.
And put them on each point.
What is it? 6. Okay, and now we blend. Okay, so now this is in a blend, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this and the A.
Okay, Anna, I'm gonna need to halt you for 1 second so I can recap what you're doing.
Yes.
Because this is a lot. So we started with just creating stars and using gradients. And correct me if I'm wrong.
You're right so far.
And you drew an A.
Yeah.
With the pen tool.
Yeah.
And what you're gonna do now is you copied the stars to make 7 copies. You blended them together.
Yes.
And then we'll see what happens.
Now I'm gonna put these stars on this A.
Okay. Did everyone follow along? Let us know if you followed along.
Now that I was seeing the A there on the screen, I think this needs to be larger. And this
I
needs
think
to be
this
smaller.
curve at the bottom is
It's a little bit weird, yeah.
pointed, but it's a minor thing. Maybe move it over to the right. Move the point over. Something like.
When we have the stars, we'll.
Yeah.
So okay. We select both the stars and the path.
Yeah.
And we go to Object, Blend, Replace Spline. And then what's gonna happen is now we have the stars on the A.
Okay.
What I want now is
Object, Blend,
Replace Spline.
Replace Spine.
Spine,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
So now.
So you selected the A and you just said Object, Blend, Replace Spine.
Yes.
So you had selected the star and the A.
Yes.
Okay.
And now what I'm gonna do is, so now when you have it like this, you can edit everything, and I want the letter to be a little bit thicker.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make just the path smaller. You see how if I make the path bigger, it's thinner?
Right.
If I make the path smaller, since the stars are always the same size, so
I see.
something like this.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's still very ugly. Because we have just a few steps, but if I go to Object, Blend Options, and I go to Specified Steps, instead of 74, I want 300.
Okay, so it makes it more of a
Yeah.
smooth line.
Now it's very smooth.
Oh, okay. So you blended and then you went to Blend Options and you specified more instances.
Yeah.
Which makes it a smooth line.
Now what we have to do is to give it more dimension, we have to play with the sizes of these guys. To do that, I'm gonna go back to just a few steps, because then the program, not expand, sorry. The program renders faster. Okay, so 40. So I can see what it is, but it's not too big. Wow. So I'm gonna make this smaller. And then I'm gonna make...
Someone needs to make a compilation of my reactions. I'm always like, oh my God. Anna, do you always use the vertical orientation when blending? And when would you use the rotated version?
I don't know what that means. What vertical orientation? So I blend them in horizontal. Maybe these two guys. I always use this one because I feel like they're not as organized.
Okay.
They follow more the path.
Yeah. So you never use that thing?
Well, sometimes, but maybe I would say like 1% of the time. Okay, so we make this
Ooh,
thick.
so you can edit the individual groups. Carlos was wondering. Now you got your answer, Carlos.
And this is thick, and then...
Oh, I see.
You see, I would need a new one here, and I have one here. Okay, so I want this small.
Do you know what Aaron might be doing wrong if the option to replace spine is grayed out and he can't select
You
it?
are not selecting both elements. You need to select the blend of stars and the letter.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay, so now what we can also do is come here, and I'm gonna change the color of this layer because my A is blue and my path is blue and I cannot see anything. Okay.
Kelsey says she makes it look so easy.
Oh.
Yes, I love watching it too.
So now what I want to do is I want to create like a little hole here, because then we're going to go to Photoshop and this is going to go under,
Okay.
and I need a hole to do that. Maybe this is more like this.
Stefan asks if you use the replace spine option for anything outside of dimensional typography.
No, that I can think of, but I use it a lot. I'll show you guys after I'm done with this more instances where you can use this.
Cool. It looks like it has some 3D lighting. Yeah, Stefan, it does. And now, well, when we go to Photoshop, I expect there's going to be
in
more.
Photoshop you can use with use the curves to give it more dimension. I don't like that. Okay, so now I have a hole. Now what I'm gonna do, this guy is gonna go underneath and come back this way. Oh no, before we do that, so when you're here, you can also change the color, which is also a good thing to give it dimensions. So maybe this star, I want it to be green instead of blue. I go to my layers, I select that star, and then I go to the color. And instead of this blue, we're gonna have this green. And you see how
Whoa.
it's giving me, like it's making a gradient?
Yeah.
That's also giving it more dimension. See if it's green here.
Cool.
And I'll have it here too, big star. And then maybe this one, I'll make it yellow.
So we're a few minutes in. I want to tell you guys what's going on for those of you that have joined us. And please let me know if you've just joined. Say hello. I'd love to see it. We have a couple ways for you to win today. We have a chat and win, and that's coming up in 11 minutes. You can see the little countdown. And what we're giving away is custom stickers from Sticker Mule. So you can create your own stickers. I have some examples here that I'm holding. Sticker Mule is the fastest and easiest way to buy custom stickers. And here are just like a stack of 30 stickers, but you get 100 if you win in the chat and win. And all you have to do is just stay active in the chat. When you see that countdown go to 0, we'll play a quick little video, and then all you have to do is chat, say stickers, say Anna is a wizard at Illustrator, say I love lettering, anything you want, and you'll be in the running to win. And that winner's chosen randomly. It comes up on the screen. We also have a special link. I was like, what's it called? A special URL with Sticker Mule. So if you go to stickermule.com/Adobe Live, you can also get a credit there. It's not for 100 stickers. I believe it's for 10. But that's a great way to get you started. We definitely need stickers here. We don't have anything on our laptops, so we're waiting for you to send us some once you win. The other thing we have is the challenge. So if you go at the top of the chat dialog, there's a challenge tab. And today the challenge is to use a brush that either you've created or the one that we've provided for you, I believe. A custom brush in Photoshop. And let's see, yeah. So there's one that we've provided for you. And there's a link. You just click on it. And you can use that one, which is actually kind of like a crosshatch pattern, really cool texture. But you can create a brush out of anything. Using Capture, you can take a picture of like anything on your desk, any texture, and make a brush and create really cool lettering. So I'm excited to see what you do with that. We pick one winner every day to win Creative Cloud. So that's a really awesome opportunity for you. The other great thing is that your challenge submissions will be reviewed on screen, anything you submit. So we're excited to review those. If you submit something in the next hour, Anna and I will be able to look at it. If you submit it later than that, then the next streams will look at it. And we love giving feedback and seeing what you create. I would love to see some interesting brushes. And that's all for my recap. Thanks for everyone who's joining lately. I see Yanina, Ryan. There's so many Stefans today. Abdul Karim, Stuart. Thanks for joining. And let us know where you're from. Okay, so Anna, what's going on?
So I have this A more or less ready. I'm gonna take it to Photoshop. I wanted to show you guys. Sometimes you're gonna see, when you do this blend, you see how I get an error here? It's because, I don't know, like it counts, I don't know, the blend in a weird way. What you do is like you go into your layers, select the one that it's showing, and just hide it. And it keeps the blend, but it's not gonna show this.
Okay.
And now it's not doing it? Come on.
I'm like, okay, well, I don't see it working.
Oh, because it was the wrong one, so it's this one. Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Now it's gone.
I see.
I'm gonna just make these a little bit smaller. Go back to.
Oh, it's Steven. You know, I never know if it's Steven or Stefan. I guess I should err on the side of Steven at all times, right? Let me know, all of you Stevens or Stefans in the chat. Hi, Ahmad. Gal says, how can you make a living from being a lettering artist? I love it so much, but I'm new to this world. I've worked mainly in advertising for 9 years, and I'm tired of it. I want to do something I really love.
Well, there's a lot of interest now in lettering. You know, people want it for advertising, people want it for apparel, so I think it's a good business.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you said you worked in advertising, so that means that you have a lot of experience with that, 6 years. So you probably know firsthand that lettering is really important, and if you have some contacts in that world, you could use that. Just practice your lettering, learn about different lettering styles, learn about their history. That's really important. Like, why does this look the way it does? Maybe it's because it's influenced by a certain pen. Learn how to use that pen. That'll just, I mean, don't just start digitally. Start from the real organic forms and their history, and just practice. And then I'm sure that you could do that if you really love it. You say you love it, so that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone is Steven. Sorry, guys. You're Steven from now on.
Okay, so we go to Photoshop now.
Okay. Are you guys ready to go to Photoshop? I am.
New document. Give me options.
What got you interested in lettering, Anna? Kevin asks.
I've always liked drawing, and when I was in New York, I started going to the TDC events, and I liked it very much, so I started working more and more on typography. And then lettering is illustrated typography, so that's the coolest.
Yeah. What could be cooler?
Okay, didn't copy.
Ahmad says, I'm a new user in Illustrator. How to develop myself?
Just use it a lot. Watch tutorials and practice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we again paste this as a smart object like we did yesterday, so we can have copies, keeping them in the same size.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy is the original.
Gosh, a new Steven showed up. What's happening? They're taking over. If there's another one, let us know. I want to know how many there are.
So now what I want is for this to come to the front. So,
Yeah.
or maybe this part come to the front. Let's see which one I like better.
Yeah, maybe it can come through,
Yeah,
like
it's
weave
coming.
through.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi, Ricky. Yes, there's so many parts of Illustrator that you don't get exposed to if you don't see someone else using them.
Okay, I'm going back to just a few steps so I can see it. This one is that one. Okay, so if I...
Ooh.
Okay,
What
so if I
happened?
remove this, no, I'll remove that. Let me see. I want it to come to the front, okay.
The A is slowly disappearing.
Okay.
Hi, Shamsul from Bangladesh. Hi, Ashish from India. Hi, Tiago. Welcome.
Ah, this is what I wanted. Okay. We go back to the 400 steps we had before. Okay, and then we save this like that.
All right. Hi, Art Graphics. Welcome. Hi, Daniela from Ecuador. Good to see you. Okay, so for those of you that are just joining, we have been creating this A out of stars. So Anna created these stars with gradient fills that she then blended, and she created an A using the pen tool, and she just replaced the spine of the A with the blended stars, and they created the A. And now she's working on how the crossbar of the A is going to interact with the rest of the form. So we're deciding if we should have it weave through or just go on top of it. Eric says, I want to be Anna's full-time student.
Yeah. So you see how creating, we have this layer which is just this,
Yeah.
and then we have it on top of that one. So it looks like, you know, it's coming from the back and then in and then out.
Yeah.
And then what I
Cool.
could do this, so this is something done like in 20 minutes. Of course, if you do this for a client, you have to spend more time.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted you guys to see the process. Then when I'm here, what I do is I usually work a little bit with the curves, so it has a little bit more life,
Mm-hmm.
and do something like this.
Can you show me, like, if you change that a lot, what happens? Like the extreme.
Well,
Oh, okay. I
it's
see.
too crazy.
Whoa.
Well,
Yeah.
depending what your client wants, and then once you're in Photoshop, if you're not like too happy with the colors, you can go and maybe see other color combinations. But I think it's better to start with the colors that you want at the beginning, because when you change them here, you cannot control everything.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to Illustrator, and I'm gonna show how to make floating letters. So we don't need.
So we're done with the A?
We're done with this one.
Wow. Well, that's a perfect time because we can say hi to a couple more people, and then there's a countdown for the chat and win. So everyone stay active in the chat. Hi, everyone who just joined. Hi, Caroline. And we're up to 0. So we're going to play a short video now. We'll be right back. Keep chatting. Okay, chat hype. So keep chatting because you could win stickers. Look, aren't they amazing?
Oh, they're amazing! Can I
Keep
see
chatting.
them? Oh, they are amazing.
So whoever wins is just going to be randomly chosen from the chat. So if you stay active, you'll be in the running to win sticker mule credits for 100 stickers. You can make custom ones. Stickers, so good. Hi, stickers, stickers, stickers. Yes. I love to see all of your... All of you being active.
So many people, I cannot read anything. It goes so fast.
I know. Danny, David, Yanina, Gretchen, Steven. Kelsey, who wouldn't want them stickers? You're right. Okay, Hypno Agent, you won. That's awesome. Congratulations. What are you gonna do? Let us know what kind of stickers you'll make. Everyone else, thank you for being active in the chat. It's over. We got our winner, but you'll have many more opportunities today. Every stream, you can keep chatting. He's like, Hypno Agent says, LOL.
Yay.
What are you gonna make? Custom stickers. Okay, so next project.
We're gonna do like that E, that it's like a floating thing.
Okay, which one? This one? Okay,
Yeah.
if we show my screen, I can show. So this is an example of what Anna did. She posted it on her Instagram. Go follow her. Of course, I liked, you can see I already liked this picture.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Okay, so this is an example of what we're doing, just to give you an idea. It's dimensional again. There's a lot of real, it looks kind of real, but at the same time fantastical, which is really cool.
So what I'm doing first is I'm creating a pattern of lines that it's gonna leave in a square.
Okay,
One
a
way.
pattern of lines. Patricia says it looks like a scarf that's floating.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
it
what we
does.
want is, so this one is gonna be black, and this one, no, let's start with black at the top, and then the other one is white. And then we're gonna be alternating. And it looks good also if you change the size of the lines.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ken from Kenya. Welcome. Hypno Agent says, I'm going to put my logo on some stickers. That's awesome. Is that your logo here, the eye in the globe? It's pretty cool. Okay.
Oops. Let's
Nice.
see how it's going. Ooh, a lot of black.
I want to create a custom brush to follow along with the challenge today. I'm opening Capture. Let's see what I can. Brushes. What should I create a brush out of? Maybe I can create one out of Anna's.
Okay, so now we have these. We have our lines. A ver, where's my square? Okay, so we don't need this one, and we don't need that one. Just make sure that your group of lines ends exactly where the square ends.
Okay.
Like this.
Hi, Walter. Felicia loves Adobe Capture. Me too. I just took a picture of Anna's picture on Instagram of that E she made, and I made a brush out of it, which kind of looks like a zebra.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Isn't that
nice.
cool?
So what we're doing now is we have the rectangle on top of the. So I grouped these guys,
Okay.
and then I have the square, and now I'm gonna select both, and go to Object, Envelope Distort, Make with Top Object. So now what happened is
Object, envelope, distort,
yes.
made with top object. What does envelope distort mean?
It's an envelope that distorts. What it's doing is now I have a square, that if I move it, if I move its points,
Okay.
it's gonna distort what I have inside.
Okay.
And that's how you can create these folding effects.
So envelope means like everything contained in it will distort.
Yes. And when when you're working with this, if you need to go back and change, maybe you want to change the color of one of the lines. If you go up here, you see how here we have the mesh. If we go here, you can go inside and maybe make this one red. That one is red now.
Okay.
And then if you want to go edit again, you click back this one, and then we can start building a letter. We can add points. We cannot remove the ones on the corners because those belong to the square. And Illustrator doesn't let you. But then we can add points and we can make it do whatever we want. Okay.
Cool. Khaled says, I like your oily lettering work on Instagram.
Yeah, that comes tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah, stay tuned tomorrow. We'll do oily lettering.
Yeah, tomorrow we do transparent. Okay, so let's see. Can I see that E again?
Yeah.
Okay, it went down. I need a point here. So this is hard to replicate exactly because, it's a very organic process, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Also, when using this, be careful because when it starts looking like this, it's not good. And here you see how it makes like mountains.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to fix that in Photoshop later.
Okay. So Joseph, the distortion she used was envelope distort, I think.
Yes. Okay, so now we're getting here a little bit of a folding, so we can see that this goes up and down.
Yeah,
We like that.
we do. Envelope distortion.
Yeah.
Lindsay says, I think this is the single most informative Adobe Live presenter I have seen.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. Clara is asking, what's the best way to promote your work?
Behance. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. Behance has changed my life professionally.
Wow.
You put it there. There's so many people who looks at Behance, and then, I got so many jobs from just having. Yeah.
So you noticed after posting your work there that you were getting more jobs?
Yeah.
That's great. You also use Instagram.
I use Instagram, but Instagram is also good because it allows you to show process, and I like it. But Behance is such a huge platform that there's a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jan Eric is making jokes again. He said, don't distort it too much because then they'll refuse to mail it because it's an envelope. Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh no, I was looking at the E.
So this is the E that we're modeling it off of, which you can find on Anna's Instagram.
If you wanna try to do this with other letters, just know that letters with holes, you cannot make the hole. You cannot make an O that has a hole. It doesn't work. I tried it and it doesn't work. Then you should make an O that goes around and has an opening.
Yeah.
Because
An opening.
an opening.
Clara says, on Behance, do you add tags? How
Yeah.
do you think people get to find your work?
I think they search for typography and lettering, and then the more you post, the more appreciations you have, and then the higher up you are, and then the higher, like the most, you appear more on the searches.
Yeah.
So it's a process. It doesn't happen on day one, but if you keep putting your work on Behance, it's gonna happen.
That's true. So make sure you guys check out the challenge for today. We're going to pick one winner from the whole day to win Creative Cloud, and it involves creating your own custom brush using Adobe Capture. So it's a really fun challenge today. Just create a custom brush and letter out a phrase of your choice and share your design with us. We'll be reviewing them. We can't wait to see what you create. Clara says, thank you.
Okay, so this is going. Right.
I'm impressed that you don't have an outline or a background to work from.
Because it's very organic.
Yeah.
You just see if it's not looking good. Right now it's like giving me this because I have this here, so I have to fix that.
Oh, okay.
You know, if I make this go in the other direction, this is also gonna change.
Yeah, so there's a lot of tinkering to make this look like an E and to keep the lines distorted but not too distorted.
I like the folds that we are getting here. I'm not too crazy about this middle part. And I keep looking at that, unlike the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up. Somehow it's folding backwards today. Of course.
Ashish loves your work.
Thank you. Okay, so maybe we'll fold it like this.
Oh, cool. That's funny, William, I just got logged out too. He was saying he was getting logged out of Behance.
Okay, so now it's getting, I'm gonna bring this back to black because I think that red is distracting me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Make it black. But we are getting more like closer to that E. For this to get to that point, it's not something you can do in 10 minutes, as you can see. But with patience, it goes to something that it's looking like an E.
Hemant says, amazing creativity. Thanks, Hemant. Welcome to Adobe Live. This is the calm hour where we all watch as Anna tinkers with her E. Very relaxing.
I mean, I want to show you guys another thing. So I think I'm gonna be done with this E soon, so I can show you. What time is it? Yeah. Oh. You know, 90 minutes when you're here, they go by like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, this looks good. It's looking like an E.
Yeah, so then what you would do, I would still work on this another hour probably, but I don't have that hour. Right now, you see how my E on Instagram has a little bit of shadowing? What I would do is I would go, I would take this guy into Photoshop.
Yes, this is creative meditation.
Yeah. Okay, we don't need this. We go here. Doesn't want to paste.
So we're pasting it in Photoshop.
What is happening?
That's strange.
Yeah, let me open a new file. Maybe this one doesn't like it. Okay.
Kyla says, I would wear that E as a dress.
Yes. So then what I would do is I would come here and you go to your paths, open a new path. And then this is also patience work. Okay, let me turn this off so I know where I am. Okay. Here we can go out, fast, 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 fast.
Oh. So
And
you're
then
just
we have
outlining.
this path, and then I do this. So what I did is I intersected that rough path that I made and with the path of the shape. And now I have a layer with a mask. And then here I can have shadows. So maybe this, I'll have a brush that it's not very hard. Yeah, like this. And do this.
Okay.
And then this is gonna be multiplying 20%. And by doing this, we gave it a little bit of depth.
Yeah.
And then we can understand the folds better.
Yeah.
We would need to do it here too. This E is a little bit fat, but that's fine.
Hi, Alex. Yes, put it as a texture on a dress. Thanks, Khalid. This is from TypeCon in Portland this year. Since it was the 20th anniversary, it was XX. Joseph says, don't body shame the E. It looks beautiful.
I thought it after I said it, but I mean, you know, sometimes you need it less fat.
Yeah. The E doesn't, it's not offended, don't worry.
No. Okay, black on black, I don't know, but I'm gonna assume it comes here, and then it goes there.
Ashi says this has such a fluid quality to it.
Yes, and then when you add the shadows, it's even better. So we select this one, and then we go and we press, what am I pressing? Command, Alt, Shift. These things,
Okay.
I've been doing it for so long that I don't know, like my hand works on its own.
Muscle memory.
And then if I have to tell you the keys that I'm using, I don't know.
Bye, Ahmed. Thanks for joining.
He's leaving, bye. Bye.
Richard says, wow.
Oh, okay, here.
Okay.
Maybe just a little bit. Okay, so you can tell how we work on this, little by little, and making it look like something that it's floating.
Yeah.
This is too much. Maybe like this. So this is how you use the envelope distort. And then I wanna do one like the look. We have a little bit of time, so that one is also very fun.
Which one is it?
Like that
This?
one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an O because an O is a regular shape.
So let's show on her Instagram that I have on my screen. So
That.
this is another concept
Yes.
that we're gonna work on.
Another dimensional thing. So when I work with this to like decide how it's gonna look, I think of it as if it was a sausage. And then how, like, if you cut a sausage like vertically, how that would look. So I'm gonna make a cut and then I'm gonna make an O. So to make an O like this, it has some like stripes that go around and then some tubes that twist inside.
Yeah.
To do that, we are gonna start with a circle.
Okay.
Let's make it black.
So this is our third thing today. We've
Yes.
already done 2 things. So if you didn't tune in earlier, you could totally watch the replay. And I would recommend that even if you were here because Anna works really fast.
So what I did is I had those 2 shapes and I just, with the Pathfinder, just perforated the small one inside the big one. And now I have like a wheel. And now I'm gonna make some cuts. So I put a line here and I'm gonna rotate it and copy it.
I agree that they look like sushi. Hypno Agent said that too.
Yeah.
And Jan Eric says they look like mint candy. I think we're hungry.
It's the morning. Oh, what happened here?
Nato Ramos says, the fastest designer ever. There should be like an Olympics for using Adobe products. We would enter you for sure.
Yes. So when I have this, I select everything. I usually, like I was doing yesterday, when I have this, I would like make a copy just in case I need to go back to this later and just leave it there. Okay, this guy, now I'm gonna perforate everything. And now I have just pieces. I don't need this. So these are individual pieces now. Each one
Marcel
of them.
says, "Hola, nice work, so well done."
Hola, Marcel.
Arturo, fine art used to be in the Olympics. Okay, if you say so, we'll bring it back.
Okay, so this is gonna be blue and the other one is gonna be purple. Okay, and now in the center we wanna have, I think there's 3 in there. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, we can do whatever we want. We're gonna use the gradient I used before for the stars.
Okay.
And we need to put it here on one side. Now I need 3 of these.
Why do you put the gradient on the side?
Because you need the light to come from one side and darkness is on the other side.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like principles of
Yeah,
illustration.
basic principles of life.
We're gonna have 3 like this. And this is gonna be yellow. And this is gonna be darker. Like this.
Eric says, "I will put my lifetime savings to bet that Anna will win the Olympics." Me too. I will be on Anna's team, like as her supporter.
Okay, so now we have these guys. I need them in a group because I need to align them. So I hide this. And then I need white inside.
White, yeah, for the sushi rice.
Yes. So this is good that I saved this circle. Okay. And this is open on one side. Okay. I made that so long ago that now I think it's like this. Well, I cannot see the center.
So we have 6 minutes left to submit your challenge work for us to see. If you want us to see it, please submit. And if you haven't looked at the challenge tab yet, we're asking you today to create your own custom brush using Adobe Capture, or you can use the brush provided and do some lettering work for us to see. And one of you will win Creative Cloud today. So hopefully we'll get a couple things to look at with Anna, but I know it's early.
Okay, so this is gonna be gray, also a gradient, but a gradient from light gray to a little bit darker gray. Not so dark. Maybe this can be white. Okay.
William says, "Oh no, I took my eyes off the screen for 30 seconds and now I have no idea what happened."
Okay, so this, I don't need this guy, that guy, and this one needs to be cut. Okay, so this, I'm grouping them and I'm putting this in the middle.
Okay, aligning.
Okay, it didn't align. We'll do it by hand, like this. Okay, so
There you
now
go.
that we have, this is our like piece of the sausage.
This is truly how the sausage is made.
Yeah. We group and we make it smaller. And then a circle has 4 points, but you need to cut it for it to be able to go around. So we're gonna cut here, and then this is 5 points. But since we are not changing sizes, we can just blend 2. Oh no, but I want to twist it. Okay, yeah, we blend 4 or 5.
Okay.
Okay, so we blend them. Let's do 70 for now. Okay, so now that we have it here, we are gonna open this, and this is number 1. We're gonna go to number 2, and we're gonna go to, oops, not this. Effect, distort and transform, which is what we used yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember? So we're gonna do 360.
Ooh.
Now, since we rotated this one 360, we have to do the same thing with this one twice. If you go to apply transform, I think it's gonna do it. And then again, apply new effect. Okay. And this is giving an error, but it's gonna be fine. Apply new effect. Apply new effect. You see how it's giving us that thing? And now the last one, it's 4.
The last one is like it ran into a wall.
Yeah, I know, like, oh!
It looks like pulled sugar candy, says
And now,
Co. Mr. Director, don't worry, it's gonna happen.
let's save, just in case. Now we do the same. We select our blend, which is this one, and our circle. And we go to Object, Blend, Replace Spine. And then it did this. So we did it 4 times, and here, since it's a circle, it just made it 3 times. Maybe I should do it. But you see how it's going through the circle, and it's giving us inside and out?
Yeah.
Now, for it to be complete, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. I like it when it's thicker, like this. Okay.
It looks very similar to the original.
We're gonna give it 400 steps, well, maybe 300.
Don't go crazy, 400.
Yeah, some of these require 1,000 steps, and then Illustrator wants to just quit.
So 1 minute to submit your challenge submission. We had a question from someone in the chat, Mr. Director. He asked, Spain used to be a hotbed of the greatest artists of the 20th century. Why do you think it's fallen away so much since Picasso and Dali's era?
Well, I feel like that's very, it's part of an era that was very visual and very different, and I think now the world is much more connected, so it's not like so localized, that style, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Maybe since it's not such a specific style, it's not so, on your face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not so much that Spain doesn't have amazing artists, it's just that
We are amazing.
a lot of people are creating similar styles.
Come on.
Co says, I'm going to ask all our in-house designers to watch this when they get into the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just have it playing at all times.
Yes. Okay, since it has 300 steps by 5, it's 1,500 steps, so.
Illustrator is like,
What are you doing to me? Ta-da! And we're gonna do the same we did before. We are gonna duplicate this one. This one is original. Smart objects are your friends. This is 01.
all right, we hit the deadline for challenge submissions. And whoever is creating something now, it'll be reviewed in the next stream. Doesn't look like we got any.
Let's see if I can do it like that. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit. It goes that way. Now I hit what I had on top of it, and then I can mask it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we did get one. Cool.
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring
Ooh.
Now we have an infinite O.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Yes. And you see, I'm gonna change the background color so we see better this part that goes inside.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not very beautiful. Yellow. So you see how this is rotating, it's creating this like very nice in and out
Yeah.
effect. Also, when you have it in Illustrator, sometimes it's interesting to see how it blends when it blends on the other direction. Let me go back, and instead of 5, I'm gonna do 4. I know this is the smart object here. Okay, I'm just gonna do this.
Robzilla says, great work, Anna.
Thank you. Okay.
Joseph says, this reminds me of a sushi roll a computer would eat.
Yeah.
Mr. Director, nice to meet you. I'm Ari. You can find me here at Adobe Live or on the internet. I work at Adobe. Okay.
Okay, so we got the same. With oh no, just 2 now. Oh, so maybe we needed 6. Well, you know, you can play with it depending on the
Yeah.
steps that you have. It gives you different results.
Yeah. Should we see the challenge submission
Yes.
we got? We have one from Nikki. Nikki, thank you so much
Yeah.
for sending something in. I'm really excited we have something to look at. And we can spend like 3 minutes talking about just your thing. So she or he used the brush that we
Yeah.
provided. It was like a cross hatch. So that's really cool. And it's easy on the eyes.
I like that it follows the same structure, so the slant is correct and it's very fluid.
Yeah.
And the thickness is consistent, so that's very nice. The only thing I would adjust is the separation between the A and the S. If we keep a consistent kerning, that helps the word look more finished.
Yeah, so the easy way to think of this is that you're looking at 3 letters at a time. So EAS, are they equally spaced? ASY, are they equally spaced? And once you do that, you see that the S is closer to the Y. So you just bring it over a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what I use. It's so much easier because when you're looking at something for too long, you can't really see
You don't see
anymore.
anything yet. And
Yeah.
also, I mean, you've seen today that we've worked on these things that I've done many, many times. And it takes a long time to take a piece to a perfect state. So it's easy to do these little things so you see the technique, but then you have to spend a lot of time refining and finessing details.
Yeah.
And these are the things that make the word look like as close as it can to perfection.
Yeah. One more thing I would say is it's helpful to just draw using rulers, just a line for yourself to have a baseline. Of course, the E is not at the same level. It looks great that the E is below the other letters, and it's okay if the S goes below, but if the A and Y are not at the same level, it doesn't look quite intentional. It looks like they should be.
Yeah.
So maybe just take this thing that you did and use a ruler and see how different are the A and Y and the S. Try to make those more consistent. But that was awesome. And we actually do have one more, I think. So let me just refresh.
Ooh.
See the clap.
The good.
The good.
See the good.
Ooh.
I like it. This one has a lot of energy.
Thanks, Anna, for sending that in. Yeah, it does have, like, you can see the strokes that
Yes.
created this.
And I like how the T on the D is aligned to the middle crossbar of the E. That also helps like guide the eye. See the good. I like it very much.
Yeah, awesome. I would say I had trouble reading it, so that G could be tweaked a little bit. Either make the whole letter be slanted like that part of the G that's slanted,
Yeah.
or make that part of the G the same slant as everything else.
Or bring it a little bit more like the curve of the G. If it starts like a little bit more like this and then goes like that, it's gonna read more like a G, because right now, since it falls from it looks like a 4 a little bit.
Yeah.
That happens with lettering. You can stretch the letters and that's wonderful, but sometimes if you stretch them too much, they become another character, and then...
Yeah, just look at it and say, is there any way this could read as a different letter or number? Because you never know, if you're designing something, it might be printed really small. It might be printed on like a bad resolution or a bad printer and ink spread. So always think about, is this really clearly legible? And if not, you can just tweak maybe one little thing and then it's very clear. But I love the movement. What did you use for this brush, Anna? Because we asked you to make a custom brush, so I'm wondering, this is really cool, nice texture.
It looks like a painted
Yeah.
brush.
Okay, so Anna and Nikki, great job. Love it. We can go back to our work now
Yes.
for the next few minutes. We
Yes,
have like
so maybe we
20.
can have another one. And so you see that these are all pieces with many steps. We can also work, I'm gonna delete this because this makes everything very heavy. Okay, let's do one maybe with feathers. Okay.
KP asked, how is it working at Adobe? I work at Adobe full-time. I've been here for 6 years, and I don't really think I'm going to leave soon, so I think that shows you that I'm enjoying it. I work on the Typekit team, which is our font service, and I've learned so much about typography and creative tools that I would have never learned because I never had any design training. So it's been a great education for me.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make some feathers. I'm gonna put them also in a circle. I'm gonna make another O.
Okay. Carlos says, hello from Barcelona.
Hello, Carlos.
Hola. Carlos, have you been joining Adobe Live many times before? Are you a designer? Let us know more about yourself. Rob has Ari envy. Oh, that's so flattering. I have Rob envy. Kerwin, are we hiring? I think, you should just keep your eye out on the jobs page because it's a big company, you never know. Edu says, hello from Peru. Ciro, the Adobe Live challenge from yesterday is over. We picked a winner, but we have a new challenge today. So keep your eye out look at the challenge tab, and it's about creating a custom brush and lettering with that brush. Jan Eric, we actually call ourselves type kittens.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's actually a term we use. Wow, that's pretty. I notice you use a lot of bright colors. Is that something that you've always done?
Right now, when I'm working on a piece, for a client or for myself, when I have time, I spend some time first building my color palette. But now I'm using default colors and just like things that are contrasty so you can see, well, what I'm doing.
Yeah. So since you're showing to a lot of people, you're using bright contrasting colors.
Yes. Okay, so now we have our feathers. We may want to add like a circle here.
Kevin, if you watch the replay, you'll see at the beginning I show the winner from yesterday of the challenge. It was Scott. Hi, Hicham from Morocco. Good to
Hi.
see you. Anna, what do you do when you get a creative block?
Well, I feel like before I go to bed, I always read, and I like reading books with pages. And I feel like at that moment,
I like that we have to specify nowadays, like I hold the book.
yeah.
and
So
I
it's not a tablet, and I think that that's the moment when, since you're reading a story, your internal monologue is not talking, and ideas pop. And then I have on my nightstand my idea book, and that always helps me to unblock, just to go do something else.
That's cool.
Read my books with pages made of paper.
Antonio says books with pages are the best.
Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna also do a circle, but this is gonna be like a letter O. O's are easy.
Hi Mulud. Hi Mikhail. Hi Ludwig. Bye Khalid.
Okay, 5. So before we were using the blend tool and we were having many steps. When we work with feathers, you can work with just a few steps because feathers are not, they're in layers, but they're not.
These are
continuous.
wings, I would
Yes.
say, not feathers. Well, made up of feathers.
Yeah.
Ana. Okay, I don't speak Spanish. Estás llevando el blend.
A otro nivel, gracias.
What does that mean?
I'm taking the blend to another level.
Oh.
The blend level.
It's funny that nivel is kind of like level, but it
Yeah.
starts with a different letter.
It's like the same letters but spelled differently.
Yeah.
So you see how now we are having this O that it's like a very groovy O.
Yeah.
And instead of all those steps, we are just gonna have, we don't need 30. Let me go to preview. Maybe 15. No.
Yeah, so
Maybe
you can see
20.
each
5.
shape.
Yeah, a little bit. And yes. So maybe 27.
Estás llevando el blend a otro nivel. I'm gonna remember that.
Okay. So now that we have it here, so as you can see, this technique creates very visual type, but it works very well for capital letters. When you
Right.
have to do lowercase, you have to be more delicate.
Yeah.
But just to
totally.
practice, this is good. O's are good to practice.
There's our candy sushi O. Kevin says, if I have a block, I look at work on Behance for inspiration.
Yeah, that's also a good solution.
Mr. Director could never imagine not reading a book without pages. There's a double negative there, you're confusing me. How do you put the blend shape into the circle shape?
So I took the feather. Let me do it again.
Yeah. We've done this a couple times today, but it's such a great tool. But
And
it's
maybe
worth
we'll put it
showing.
on another letter. So these are it's just like a feather, like simple shape that I repeated and move the angle.
Mhm.
And then
So she duplicates that. She copies it a few times.
Yeah.
And then she blends those.
And now this is the blend. Maybe. Okay.
And she draws a letter with the pen tool.
So let's do this first, and then let's add. Or maybe no. Hold on. Let me do it differently.
Nice. So she's doing an S using the pen tool. And
now we are gonna. So we have.
now this is the magic part.
Yes.
Keep focused, everyone, and watch this part.
Okay, so we have this S. Let me make it. Okay. Un, dos, tres. Okay, this one has 6 points, but I think it's gonna work.
So she selects both and she goes to blend, replace spine.
No, reverse. Well, I'm gonna show you this after this. Replace spine. So now we have the feathers, but I think I need an extra spot. So also the separation between the each one of the instances depends on the length of these guys,
Yeah.
the handles.
Oh, okay. So if you have long handles, then they separate them more?
You see how it separates? What I think
Yeah.
right now is that we need, instead of 4, we need 5 steps. Let me do it again.
We have less than 10 minutes left.
Okay,
FYI.
yes. 5 minutes. We have time left. Let's try it with 5. Then, if it's not perfect, you can always expand it and then adjust it by hand.
Yeah.
This is better.
Yeah.
I like that when you do these things, you see how it goes behind and then to the front and then to the front. If you don't like that the S starts at the background and comes to the front, you
Yeah.
can select it and go to blend, reverse spine. And now
Oh,
it
okay.
comes from the front.
Yeah. Raul says, give her more time. Anna is amazing.
Thanks. And now
Okay, we're taking over the day. No one else.
Yes.
No, you guys, Ryan Hamrick is next, so with Kathleen, we have to bring them in, you know? We can't continue because they're amazing too. Antonio says, my eyes just pop. Awesome.
So you see here we have this mistake. What I would do is I would go duplicate as usual. And then you expand it. And then you have many, many copies. Make
Okay.
sure you have like rendering power in your computer.
Yeah.
This guy, where are you? This guy. And then this is, oh. Okay, sometimes it does this. It creates this guy when all the way here, when it had to be here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that looks much better.
Yes. So, you know, it's fun, and then finesse, finesse, finesse.
Fun, fun, fun. Finesse, finesse, finesse. Tweak, tweak,
We
tweak.
have another one here. So you're here. 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 Uh-huh. Hiding guy. Aki. And maybe you can duplicate and add another one here.
Cool.
So. It's quick, but you see how you get like a very expressive and dimensional S very quickly. And let me finish the O that we were doing before.
All right. 5 minutes for the O.
2 minutes, I only need 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Director and Kathleen. Ooh.
Okay.
Daryl says, hi from Johannesburg, South Africa. Anna, wow, you are really incredible. It's inspiring to see your work.
Thanks, Daryl.
Daryl.
So you see, also when you do this, you can create these infinite shapes that are super cool.
Like a Mobius strip.
Yes, Mobius O.
That's really cool. So, do you want to show what we did today from the beginning? The A.
Yes. So today,
Let's do a little recap because I don't know what happened to my throat. Because we did a lot today. It was very impressive. So
today
we did A for Anna, Ari,
Yes.
AI, Illustrator,
Yes.
Adobe.
we did this A, like blending some stars. Then we created a floating E. Then we make this Techno Sushi O. And then we made the Mobius O. So it's a lot of dimensional capital letters that you could use maybe for, I don't know, a commercial about something that you can use their initial, very big, and then maybe have like typography underneath.
Yeah. It's great for a logo or marketing.
Mm-hmm. For something that it's going to be seen large, and it's, you know, something like this catches the attention because it's very intricate, the visual. But then if you want to write something very long with this, it's harder to read. So use it as a super display lettering style.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Yes.
not easy to read without context or if it's small
Yeah.
or anything. So these are to be like splashy, big, eye-catching.
Maybe for a t-shirt where you want to have an O, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would wear it. Who else would wear this t-shirt?
I would
think
wear it
everyone
too.
would. Kathleen would. Gus Spot would.
Yeah. Theo says a poster with that dimensional typography. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're almost done here. Oh, Mr. Director asked if you've ever worked in London.
Never.
No.
I just visited.
She's lived in New York and LA, but not in London. Okay, everyone. We're so happy you joined us, and we have so much more. So stay tuned. Next is Ryan Hamrick with Kathleen.
Yes.
And he was working in pencil yesterday, but I think everyone today is going to be moving into digital.
Yes.
We were already there.
Yes.
But
We're
we'll
the
welcome
digital
them
girls.
into the digital world today. So stay tuned. And it was great seeing you. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.